Hello, and welcome to Frankie and the Goth. I'm Frankie.
And I'm also Frankie.
One of us has to be the Goth.
I don't know. We could just do a special Frankie episode.
The
world doesn't need two Frankies. I'm the Goth.
And together we are...
Frankie and the Goth. You're meant to do it with me.
Did you just have a stroke?
No, I thought we were doing
Frankie and the Goth.
Sometimes you're a little slow to keep up, so I wanted to give you time to join in on it, and then you didn't even do that.
That was very sensitive of you.
Yeah, but it wasn't even enough apparently. You need cue cards.
Yeah, well, everything I do is scripted.
It is, yeah. I'm spontaneous.
Is that your burlesque name?
It could be a good one, couldn't it?
It would, yeah. It sounds like it could be one. Or it also sounds like it could be like a wrestler name.
It does, doesn't it? You wouldn't want to fight them, would you?
Spontaneous Spice.
That's definitely a Spice Girl, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the one that has addiction issues.
Yeah.
Spontaneity and impulsivity
She
are
didn't
cousins.
make it past the first album.
No, she didn't. It was far too much for her.
Bless
We
her
pray
soul.
for her. So now we're going to do some listener questions. So question number 1, how to live, laugh, love in light capitalism.
Oh, that's easy. Just marry the capitalist. And then push him down the stairs. And then you get the money.
What does it have to be a certain type of stairs?
What do you view the stereotypical capitalist to be? Like an old man? No, I feel like any stairs would do.
I mean, like, if they're old enough, you can push them out of a wheelchair lift and that will kill them.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't even need stairs.
It's always going to be a good podcast when in the first 5 minutes we're already talking about death.
It's how you know you're in the right place.
Yeah, I feel like the more I joke about death, the better of a headspace I'm in.
Yeah, it makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It's always looming, so we may as well just address it.
Yeah,
Everyone dies.
It's
a
like
normal
a gas. It's like a gas. You can't see it, but if you breathe it in enough, it will eventually kill you.
Yeah.
That's what death is.
Beautiful. Very poetic.
Very Goth.
Yeah. Coming from my role.
Decipher what a capitalist is. Do they have to have a certain amount of money?
Well, isn't a capitalist really just anyone that contributes towards the current societal structure of big businesses that make the money?
Yeah, well,
I guess you got to be the top man, right?
What are we talking about when you say capitalist?
You got to be the top man. You don't want to marry the little man at the bottom. You want to marry the CEO.
Yeah.
And then you want to push him down the stairs.
Yeah.
Then you're the widow who gets the money.
Yeah, it's called CEO drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new
it's not a
service.
diss track.
Yeah, it's not a diss track. It's a pay settlement.
Yeah.
It's the biggest load you can ever drop.
Would you marry a CEO and push him down the stairs?
Yes.
So yeah, see?
Yeah, or you could just you don't have to, because as much as I love money, I don't want to be responsible necessarily, as much of a shock as this is to people. I don't want to be responsible for someone else's death. But I do think if it's a CEO, I would like to be invited to their house, and then I can fall and sue them. It's an S&F, slip and fall.
Or you could just marry them old enough that they're going to, themselves.
I mean, ideally, let's not marry them. Let's not kill them. We can just do something different.
Keep them in the cupboard.
I don't necessarily believe in traditional systems that are meant to, unite us or keep us in the status quo.
Yes. The traditional
cupboards
system
work, but closets are not okay.
Yeah, don't keep them in the closet. No one should be in there.
Yeah. Everyone should be able to be themselves if they want to. Unless they're annoying. Unless they're not interesting. And I think we already discussed that.
Yeah, we did.
The next question is, how do I stop living in my Goth sister's shadow? How do I become the alpha sister?
Ooh. See, I feel like this was directly written by one of my siblings.
Yeah, I think this question is for you.
Yeah. It's kind of ironic that you would be in the shadow of the Goth sister, because preferably the Goth sister wants to be in the shadow. But I guess you just need to play them at their own game, right? Okay, if this doesn't account for me, it's impossible to top me. Okay, I am peak alpha.
Well,
that's why people follow me. But I think for other Goths, just better them at their own game, Learn more about Robert Smith and Peter Murphy and all their bands. Wear their clothes better.
So
Push
become
them
more
into a
goth.
corner so that they feel more self-conscious, and then you are the alpha.
I think goths get jealous of their own shadow because they want to be the darkness that consumes us all.
I do. I get very jealous at nighttime, you know,
When you see bats.
when I see bats, when I see the moon, because that's what I'm trying to embody, but I have to exist within daytime as well.
But if you are the moon, then you're responsible for the ocean, and that's just like too much work for one person.
Yeah, but you're also like, isn't the moon gravity? Like, that's kind of fun. That's a power move right there.
Like John Mayer, the song,
No, what?
Gravity.
Stop with these niche references I don't understand.
John Mayer is the least niche person I've ever
Who's
heard
John?
in
Who
my
is
life.
that?
You're joking. You don't know John Mayer?
No, who's John Mayer?
Oh, he's kind of a loser anyway. He's annoying. He's like so annoying. He says, "Oh, I was watching this video." He's a singer, by the way. He went to Berklee College of Music and he dropped out. And when I was 13, I wanted to go to Berklee, but it was $100,000 a year, so I would have had to get a scholarship. Every single day, I used to look up what's going on in Berklee today when I was like 13 years old, because I used to really love music. Well, I still do. Well, I mean, I don't love anything anymore, but I have like this sort of primordial tingle in the back of my throat when I think of music. It's not quite like something I enjoy. It's something that I almost reach the threshold of enjoying, and then I stop myself and stuff it down and stuff it down. Yeah, John Mayer is annoying.
Okay.
He was that okay as in stop talking?
I don't really know what you're getting into at this point, but I'm going to do a Frankie here. I'm getting quite warm, so I'm just going to take this corset off if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Not sensual. You can cut this off.
Okay.
A little warm.
So I'll tell you about, well, I'll wait till you're done there.
Well, no, don't pay attention to it.
Okay, yeah. So John Mayer actually went out with Taylor Swift for a while.
What?
But he's a total narcissist. He's so... I saw like a video clip of him once, and he said something like so douchey. He was like, you know, he's trying to be real, like, you know, philosophical. He's like, we're the historians of our own future. And then he went, wow, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. Someone write that down. And I was just like, if I met someone like that in real life, my life expectancy would drop by about 60 years because I would have just had enough.
Sounds very similar to Kanye West, doesn't he, in a way?
Yeah, they're basically the same person.
Basically, they both think they're Jesus.
The only difference is that John Mayer didn't go on InfoWars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still time.
Yeah, to be honest, I would love to get Alex Jones on our podcast.
Really?
I think he would be so fun. Alex Jones, when you take away like all of the things that he's ever said in his life, both publicly and privately, he's a lot of fun. Like he seems like so fun, but like fun to be around for maybe 3 hours. And then it's like, okay, this is getting a little bit sad, but yeah. He's like, I'm not going to lie to you. The government are coming for me.
I want to have Gordon Ramsay on.
I would love to have Gordon Ramsay on.
He gives me like such dad energy. I think he would actually be a delight.
Yeah, he
And
would be
cook
so
great
fun.
food. Yeah.
He would take the piss out of me, and he'd be like to you, he'd be like, hello, darling. Hello, darling.
Yeah. Darling, thank you very much.
And also, yeah, wow.
I want him to...
Jeez, wow.
Yeah.
And then also Lisa Vanderpump. Let's just make this podcast a list of people we want. So, okay, who do we want? So we want Alex Jones, Gordon Ramsay, Lisa Vanderpump, Lily Allen.
Yeah.
Lily Allen.
Yeah.
She recently, I was messaging her on Instagram.
Yeah,
she shared one of my videos. So
just get
Lily
that out
Allen,
there. Yeah.
I remember you.
I was obsessed with you when I was a child.
Yeah.
I remember in my back garden, I like sat on this bicycle when I was like 5 years old, and like made my sister like take pictures of me recreating the Lily Allen like
The Lily
cover.
album.
The Lily album,
Yeah.
the Lily Allen album.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
she shouldn't be. Lily, you shouldn't have a tongue twister in your name.
Lily Allen album. Say that
Not
with
in your
us.
name, Lily Allen.
Lily
Not in
Allen,
your name. Not my
Allen.
president. Lily Allen is not my president.
Well, don't say that. We want her to be in the podcast. Butter
No,
her
but she
up.
knows she's not the president.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's important because some people are stupid and they get mixed up.
Yeah, they get in their heads about that type of stuff.
Yeah, they
and
get
then
in
think
their heads. They wake up and they go, is Lily Allen the president? And it's like, no, obviously not.
Not yet.
Not yet. That is a not yet. That is open for discussion. But where else to discuss it other than on this podcast, Miss Allen?
Yeah. Get on in here, miss.
Miss? Who cares? Anyway, come on. It's great. Yeah. Thanks. Okay, so would you rather fight an orangutan once a year or fight a chicken every time you leave the house?
Ooh. Well, personally, I'm absolutely terrified of chickens and birds. I don't trust them. They're descended from dinosaurs. Like, have you seen those little feet? They're like I don't want that near me. So I think I'm going to have to take the orangutan.
What do you think about dogs?
I think dogs are delightful.
Dogs are descended from wolves.
Yeah, and like, look at me. I was very evidently a wolf child, you know. I was like, I'm a werewolf in school. So I love wolves. I love dogs.
Have you been bit?
Well, I can't disclose that information.
Okay.
Team Jacob.
Okay, because I never really understood the hype about Robert Pattinson.
No.
I didn't really get it, but anyway.
What one would you rather fight?
Oh, yeah, okay. So I feel like there should be an in-between. Like,
No, you don't get that. That's an easy option.
well, it's a hypothetical statement. It's a hypothetical statement, so I can say whatever I want.
Okay.
Can I finish?
You may.
So I don't want to fight an orangutan once a year because I remember looking up things about orangutan. Oh, there it is. Listen. I remember looking up
What is
stuff
that, the
about...
orangutan?
Yeah, we have one on the roof. Orangutans, I think, are like 500 pounds. They're the least dangerous monkeys, but at the same time, like, it's an animal. Like, it could go crazy. They eat oranges, I think.
Would you rather be
That's
left
how
in
they
the
get their
woods
skin
with
colour.
a man or an orangutan?
Sorry?
Would you rather be left in the woods with a man or an orangutan?
Do I get a choice of what man it is?
No. It's a lucky dip.
God, it could be anyone.
No.
I'd say an orangutan. At least
Yeah, they'd be pretty chill. I think they'd be quite mothering.
I'd probably have a better podcast with an orangutan than a normal man.
Okay, I thought you were going to say than me for a minute there, and I was going to get up and leave, but I can take that, yeah.
Yeah.
Orangutan would be good.
You're not a normal man.
No, I'm none of those things.
Yeah.
But with an orangutan, you could teach it like sign language, you know?
Yeah.
And you'd be on an equal level of
And
IQ too.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah. And who better to teach sign language than somebody who doesn't understand sign?
Was that at me?
No, it was actually at me, but keep up.
Yeah, okay.
It's called being self-deprecating.
Oh, sorry.
Do you understand that? Or
Well, I
all of
just
your
always-
jokes always directed out?
Yeah, I took you to be someone rather narcissistic, so I never expected you would in any way belittle yourself. But it's good to see you're improving.
Well, it's good to see that you're capable of changing your opinion in real time.
I am, yeah.
Well
Believe it or
done
not,
for
I
that.
am a woman of the 21st century.
Yeah,
can I
because
say?
Goths on TikTok, you kind of just see them as a certain way, but it's really nice to know that like you're a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
More than big boots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see the boots.
Bomb.
Our next podcast sponsor are Goth Boots.
Please sponsor me.
Well, actually, yeah, sponsor. Yeah, well, I'm not wearing those.
These are beautiful. These boots were paid for
How hard?
by money I made on TikTok back before TikTok stopped paying creators
Why
of
did
a
TikTok
viral
stop?
video by my dog Sparky, because it was a skit where people would say what the funny name was of their pet, and I named my dog when I was 5 years old and I called her Princess Happy Sparkle,
Yeah.
and the video went viral.
Okay.
And people still comment on it and they're like, oh my God, she looks so old, that dog. And I'm like, yeah, she's dead now.
Oh.
But I have the boots.
That's great. Okay, well, then I was going to say, if a dog doesn't like you, it's because it's your fault.
Yeah, if a dog doesn't like a human, I trust the dog. If a cat doesn't like the human, the cat might just be a bitch. I don't mind cats, but I am a doggy person because I have despite what I present to the world, I have a lot of, crippling self-esteem issues. So the way a cat can reject you, I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
A dog will love you unconditionally. A cat can be like, no, not today. And I can't take that.
A cat can be like, no, thank you, I'm full.
Yeah, this hot and cold toxic relationship we have with cats, it's not cute.
There's a whole lot of good in those funny little O's.
Oreos? Cheerios?
Cheerios, yeah.
Can't eat.
Oh, I didn't know you were leaving.
Welcome to the next section of the podcast, Help, Hug, or Hear, where we pick 3 famous individuals and decide which one would we like to hug, which one would we like to help, and which one would we like to hear. Who are we helping, hugging, and hearing today, Frankie?
Well, I mean, we're not actually doing any of those 3 things, but we're just talking about it.
Well, I didn't say we were going to physically bring them in here to help.
I had a
hear
weird,
them.
just as you were speaking there, I was drifting off into the abyss.
Yeah, so you felt like you just had to overpower my bit and be like, well, actually.
No, I didn't know. But what I felt like was that we were 2 Finnish Eurovision hosts who are looking at the camera and, having banter between them, but there's a 10-second delay and, you say something and I look at the camera and I'm like, and then trying to get through it.
Disassociation, darling. You disassociated,
Yeah. Disassociation, this association. So the three characters that we picked for today are Robert Smith, Robert Downey Jr.,
Yes.
and Emma Roberts.
Yes. Well, obviously, we're going to hear Robert Smith because that sweet voice I could listen to all day.
Okay.
Daddy Robert. Love him.
Okay. Robert Smith is in The Cure.
Yes, he is. He is
Just
the main
making
singer.
sure you know that.
Oh, sorry. I just assume people know. Yeah, Robert Smith is the main singer of The Cure. One of the bands that I will say are one of the biggest goth bands. People will say, no, they're not goth. Every goth
post-punk.
guy wants to look like Robert Smith. So people say they're pop.
Yeah.
But it's just because they've had different albums that were different sort of styles. But like their pornography album is like very goth.
Can I say this?
Yes.
Thanks.
Why do you always ask my permission?
Because I'm trying to...
Is that some sort of like deep-rooted like childhood trauma issue there, or like?
It's not that deep. It's pretty surface level trauma.
Okay.
It's like trauma that occurs in the moment.
As long as you're not like projecting like mother issues onto me, that's...
I have many mothers out there. No, I definitely don't have any issues, full stop. Definitely not with my mother anyway. I'm going to ring her on the podcast actually.
Okay.
And you'll see how good my relationship is with her.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So maybe stop talking about my mom.
Right, okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Or
that's okay. Someone seems like they might have a little bit of unresolved issues going on there, but it's okay.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay.
But
thanks.
yes, you may say what
Okay,
you
can
want.
I say it?
Yes.
Okay, great. Hear me out. Robert Smith looks like Russell Brand if he went on an all-inclusive holiday for 3 years straight.
We're calling current Robert Smith?
Current Robert Smith.
But I get totally what you mean. Robert Smith now looks like, someone you would see walking through the airport coming back from their all-inclusive holiday with their 5 kids and their wife. And it's been a lot. And they thought they were going to be recharged that holiday, but they're feeling a little worse for wear.
Yeah, because they were looking at their kids who all look like Robert Smith. They actually, even the girls, they have the exact same face, but they're just like 2 feet smaller. Like they're just clones of Robert Smith.
Mini Roberts, yeah.
Yeah. And Mobberts.
Little Mobberts.
Yeah, and they have they all have like the same, they all wear the same clothes. It's it's a really disappointing situation.
I personally think Robert looks amazing now because he has stuck to his style aesthetically, you know? I just think it works. Like his makeup is like, no one else is doing makeup like that. It's definitely the Robert Smith way.
Maybe he just doesn't have any other clothes.
He changes his clothes. It's just he changes his clothes a little bit, but his makeup's always very similar because he's been doing the same thing since like the 70s.
Yeah.
He actually got his like makeup sort of inspiration from Susie and the Banshees, because he played in their band for a bit. He was the guitar, and that was when he started doing the whole makeup thing and all.
Okay.
Goth facts.
Well, there's a history lesson I wish I never received. Do you remember DJ Crawford?
It actually sounds familiar. Were they on like Radio 1 or something? Or am I insane?
They were, do you remember that phase where everyone was listening to DJ music with like chipmunk voice?
Yeah, right. Night chord sometimes.
But then that was back when things used to be different. I used to be happy.
Yeah. Well, see, when you say things like that, this is why I think you should dabble in gothic music more. I think you'd love it.
I think
a little bit of Sisters of Mercy.
I think if I dabbled, I'd need someone to hold me by the ankles, and I just don't trust anyone enough to not drop me into the pit.
I'll do it. And if you fall in, it's a great ride.
Let me go back to what I said. I don't trust anyone to drop me into the pit.
But it would be great.
Yeah, for you.
No, I just think you genuinely like the music.
Okay. Nobody asked you your opinion. It's more embarrassing for me because I listen to a bit of everything. I listen to okay, I have to be honest.
Come on.
I don't listen to music at all.
What?
I don't listen to any music at all. I prefer silence.
How do you drown out the thoughts when you're alone?
I don't have
How do you
thoughts.
bop in your bedroom?
I don't need music for that.
But you didn't even have like edgy like teenager phases where you like stared out the window and listened to music and were the main character?
No. I was never a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes what happens is, and this happens to me like today, I'll get in the elevator and I'll act really normal like when I'm around people. Then I get in an elevator by myself and I look at myself in the mirror and I go, and just like scream. And like then I realize, and I do it all the time coming into this elevator, And then I realised there's a camera, so I always go, like, I hope nobody looks at the camera footage and just sees me, like, losing my mind every time I get into an elevator by myself.
I had a placement job there, and I used to go into this corridor where no one else was and, like, whack my head off the wall whenever I felt really frustrated.
Oh, that's not...
And the one time I passed out from it, and I always thought someone probably saw that on camera.
That's so healthy.
Yeah, it's so goth, so edgy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Where was that?
Undisclosed location.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, great. Yeah, I know it. Yeah. That's a brand, yeah.
We're hugging and helping Emma Roberts and Robert Downey Jr. Which one are you thinking?
I think we hug Emma Roberts because...
Really?
Yeah, because... Well, no, actually... Robert Downey Jr. is doing well. We don't really need to help him.
I think he deserves a hug for like where he has came from. Do you know, like his whole thing? He like battled with drugs because his dad gave them to him as a kid, and he was like was in jail and stuff. Like, man deserves a hug.
Cool.
Well, we don't support that on this podcast.
No, we don't support that.
We hug people who've had rough, addictive childhoods.
Yeah. No, we don't support dads giving drugs to their children
unless it's like sleepy drugs, so you can get a nice evening to yourself.
Yeah, unless it's drugs that the doctor gives you that have never, killed anyone.
Yeah.
Like Xanax.
Music is a drug.
Yeah. Let's move away from the giving drugs to children segment.
And then, personally, I would help Emma Roberts because I love her. I think she's great because she's in Scream Queens and things. But she recently released this movie called like Space Cadet on Amazon Prime, and I was like, girl, what is this? It was like one of those like TLC Lifetime style movies, you know what I mean?
Like £600 Life, like
Hallmark movie.
Yeah,
and I was like, girl, you're better than this. Like, what are you doing? You literally did like Scream Queens. You did like Meet the Millers. Like, girl, you got a platform. Like, unless they paid you a lot, then stay.
I feel like we help Emma Roberts because she must feel bad that she's living in Julia's shadow.
Julia what?
Roberts.
Oh,
is her aunt.
Is she?
Yeah.
I mean, I should have logically seen that. But
no, well, I mean, it's a popular name.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
And you're so preoccupied with Robert Smith.
Nepotism?
Sorry?
It's just nepotism then, is it?
Yeah. Nepotism, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm still just thinking about Robert Smith.
Nepotism.
Boys don't cry.
So now it's time for a conspiracy corner. And our conspiracy theory this week is that Michael Jackson isn't dead. So would you like to kick us off?
Do you know much about this conspiracy?
I've seen clips on YouTube where they showed a body at the hospital, and people in the comment section were saying that's not what he looks like.
Yeah, because they recognize like what, the toes. They're like, that's not MJ's toes. Sorry. I actually think it is a very interesting conspiracy theory. He was about to do his tour, This Is It, in London, which was like 50 shows.
This was it.
It was it.
Or that was that.
People didn't know at the time that this is it. And basically like the night before, there's like footage of him performing, and like man was not physically fit. He was not well. Like he had like really bad vitiligo and a lot of also other health issues going on. So people think that in order to get out of doing it, he pretended to die because he had a lot of debt that needed covered. So the only way to get out of doing these 50 shows was to just like, I'm dead. And then some people actually think that he escaped and went and lived in Ireland, actually, because he lived there for 6 months.
I remember I owed someone €200 when I was 19, and I literally, with my best friend at the time, I spoke through what it would be like to fake my own death and then move to London. Over €200. That's how little I valued everything. And I genuinely believed I was going to fake my own death. Now, I ended up getting the 200 because I had to sell my guitar.
Oh, really? I always just thought maybe that was the day Frankie was birthed, Because you said you were never a child, right?
Well, that's why I said I was 19. Yeah, I mean, teenagers, 19. I only existed after puberty. Wow. That's strictly what it is, yeah.
Okay. I like the extravagance of that. That's really fun. Can you imagine
so
over like 200 quid?
It could have been 500, but I'm so dramatic.
Once my mum wouldn't let me stay up late to watch a TV show, so I wrote a goodbye letter that said I was running away, and I genuinely ran away. I always came back because I got hungry.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, well, thank God for that.
Yeah.
So I think what I would do is... Oh, no, sorry. I thought we were doing help here. I'm so tired.
What are we doing with Michael?
I was never fully convinced of the theory, to be honest. And I know...
His daughter thinks he was murdered. Paris Jackson thinks he was murdered.
Really?
Yeah, she thinks that the Illuminati killed him.
Oh my God.
He used to write in notes to people at the bottom, like, the Illuminati is coming for me. And then, like, a few days before he died, there's like phone call footage of him talking to people and being like, they're coming for me. They're going to kill me. That's my
But wasn't he
impression.
on, that's not a bad impression.
Like,
well, he was on a lot of drugs though. Like that could have just been psychosis.
it
or
probably
something.
will.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know how I feel about that one, but
when people go into like have episodes or something from drugs, it's always something to do with the government or something to do with the Illuminati. Like it's so interesting, but it's like nothing as interesting as you think is happening is actually happening.
some people theorized he went to live on the moon
Oh yeah,
with Hitler.
yeah,
Mm.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because Hitler was an artist too.
Well, he was a rejected artist.
Yeah, but he did have a cousin who pissed on him, so I feel like he'd fit into Berlin.
Okay. Cool.
But
We'll glide past that.
yeah, let's glide past this whole section. Michael Jackson,
Cancellation.
we don't know what happened.
He could be living on the moon. He could be dead.
You know, he could be chopping it up with Hitler somewhere.
Yeah.
We just
dancing
don't know
around
for sure.
in space suits.
Let's hope that if the victims were affected in any way, that they get the help they need and definitely the money that they wanted, which is ideal. In a bad situation, that's the best you can hope for is money. I wish people would give me money. And now it's time for our next sponsor, Diet Water. We're looking for sponsors in this show to pay us out because we deserve money. We have no association with Michael Jackson, even though she likes his music. But yeah, this is an ad for Diet Water. What does Diet Water do, Beverly?
Well, Diet Water is very special. It's for all the girly pops out there that are just so tired of all that water weight, you know? So Diet Water is essentially air vapor and you just inhale it. If you want to be even skinnier, you don't even inhale it. You just open the bottle, hold it up and go, ah. And yeah, nutrition, delicious.
Does Diet Water have 0 calories?
It actually has negative 70 calories. So if you drink enough of it, you'll actually lose weight.
So it's like cucumber.
Yeah, right?
I remember hearing somebody say cucumber is just water with anxiety.
Why?
I don't know why. That's just what I heard.
Because anxiety makes you skinny?
But anxiety can turn you green with sickness.
Well, that's a bit more depressing. Okay.
Yeah, you always know something is going up if you start changing colours.
Yeah. Unless you want to be Shrek.
Yeah, I do want to be Shrek.
Oh, you should come to my Shrek party.
What
I decided
party
for
is
my
that?
birthday. It was meant to be my goodbye party a while back when I moved country, but now I'm doing it for my birthday. My birthday party is going to be Shrek themed and everyone has to be a Shrek character, but you know, you can't double up. Like, you're not showing up to the party in the same dress. So you have to pick your character early.
When is your birthday?
February. So you've got time to get it. I expect good outfits.
What's your star sign?
My star sign, Aquarius.
I don't know what that means.
Why'd you ask?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, okay.
But I met some Libras that are annoying.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you want to expand on that?
No.
Okay.
I'll leave that with you.
Okay, I'll think about that. What do Aquariuses do other than like, you know, dress up as goths and talk about Robert Smith, even though he's like a 60-year-old man?
And?
I don't like old men.
Apparently they have a very strong imagination. Apparently they can be quite stubborn, but they are also people that are very good at supporting others.
Apparently Libras are people
pleasers? My sister's like that. She's a Pisces. They're people pleasers.
I'm a people pleaser. Do you believe that?
No. I think that someone told you that once and you've just kind of ran with it.
No, I am a people pleaser. And
really? Are you pleasing me?
I'm not
Do I look like I'm having a good time here? In your
naturally.
50 degrees apartment being made fun of for liking Robert Smith and MJ?
I am a people pleaser. And the reason for that is, wait, hold on. Let me ask my brother. I have a question. Am I a people pleaser?
Yes.
In what way?
Is this being documented?
Documented won't imply that it's being written. It's being recorded.
Hi, Quincy.
Hi.
Quincy, we need an answer.
Are you a people pleaser, and if so, how? Yeah, well, I think you used to be a people pleaser more so than you are now. I think back in the day, you used to be a class clown.
Yeah.
To an extent, you still are.
Okay, I hung up on him. That was enough. Okay.
To an extent, you still
To an extent,
are.
I still am, and that's coming from my twin.
Yeah. Kind of sounds to me like maybe once upon a time you were a people pleaser, but then you just like give up on society, as we all do inevitably, and you're like, no.
I was
All about
like,
me.
and
I respect that.
I went from being a people pleaser and pleasing myself to just pleasing myself, and then to just pleasing neither myself nor any other human.
Yeah, it's a pipeline, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a pipeline, and you're only left with yourself at the end. But also, it's like I saw this thing. I was like, you say you're a people pleaser, but how many people are actually pleased with you? You know, and usually it's like not more than 2 people.
Yeah, but there is a real danger to it. I think if you try to please so many people, first of all, there's always going to be someone who's complaining about something anyway. And second of all, you're just going to put yourself into this burnout where then you literally cannot function or please like even a single person.
Yeah, like people pleasers don't pleasure themselves.
Yeah, they don't have any energy for it.
There's only so much pleasing. There's only so much pleasing, and there's not enough pleasuring. And we need to find a mixture of both, like pleasure, like a mixture. Now we have clairavoyance. It's a segment where me and the Goth will give you a future reading if you send us your username on Instagram. So this is McNutty UK, and let me just screen record. This is McNutty's profile.
Oh, he's got that. I recognize that dog. I don't know where from, but Nintendo.
We're not.
Like a paka.
We're not talking about the dog. Okay.
Oh.
So this guy is an Amsterdam DJ, and I feel like this might be the most productive thing.
Familiar faces, worn out faces.
I'll just wait for you to finish.
I mean, come on, like put it over that. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
but he was
much.
going for that, so it's fine.
I feel like this is the most productive thing he's ever done as a DJ from Amsterdam.
Izzy, last month got me pondering life like this, so excuse the water-stained jumper, new house, new curious roommate. What? Curious roommate.
What's a curious roommate?
That sounds very sexual.
And projects I've been working on lately. Oh, give it a rest.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that you to be nice, but not to be nice. He's not reliable. You couldn't rely on him for anything.
No, if you have a project to do with him, he will not reply to you for a month and say he was trying to discover himself.
Yeah, be like, sorry.
He had a bit of an anxiety wobble.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
but it's
he's fine. Yeah, he has his SoundCloud song there. What else? Oh, he has a cat. Yeah. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Okay,
we like cats on this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
so what's his future reading?
I think we've seen.
We've seen what
already.
He is, but we've seen what he is, but we have no idea what he is yet to become.
Yeah, I wish him the best.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear his music sometime. Maybe he can come and give us a live performance.
We could maybe get him on the show.
Yeah, to do a little rap montage. Because I am not one to judge before I dabble. You know, he could be the next rap Mozart?
Yeah, sure, mozzarella, yeah.
Yeah, the next
I bet he'd be cheap.
Yeah, I'd say do it for free, right?
He'd probably do it for free.
Yeah.
We could get him exposure.
Yeah, come on in, give us a rap, and then we'll properly judge you. Because this Instagram isn't serving enough for me to give you a reading, except for the fact that you watch CBeebies.
Yeah, you watch CBeebies when you're on a come down.
Get CBeebies on, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you live in Amsterdam, so you're always on a come down.
Mm.
Get your shit together. Let's get real. Come on, it's grown up time now. Put the DJ equipment away and put on your suit, you waster. It's time to live in the real world.
Yeah.
Take those Cocoa Pops out of the fridge and let's get some porridge into you, Cynthia.
Time for some black coffee and sadness while you work towards the life of capitalism.
Yeah, work yourself into the grave like a tiny little nub, and then your body will become no more, and you'll decompose, and in 200 years you'll be part of an oak tree.
We're all just tiny cogs in a big machine.
Yeah, and some of us have tiny cogs.
That's for another issue, another day.
Now, as we approach the closure of this event, can we call it that?
An event.
Yeah.
An experience.
Or an ordeal?
An outing.
Yeah.
A job.
Yeah, a labour. Not of love, but of toil, maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pay the bills.
Toil, boil and trouble, something wicked this way comes. And something wicked this way will continue to come every week on the podcast.
Well, maybe not every week. You know, we're busy. We've got a lot of projects coming up. You know.
But when you say we, are you grouping you in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have projects.
Yeah, like the Amsterdam DJ.
That's what I was referencing.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't understand it.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it must be your accent.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. But anyway, so sorry about her, everyone. It was pretty embarrassing. But join us next week where we're gonna do more of the same, probably. And just kind of keep streaming and producing content and uploading it into the void, and hopefully our voids can match your voids, and together the voids can become one singular mess of suffering, but also something that transcends suffering, something brighter, and also something darker in your case, because I think you're probably in a way evil, but in a nice way, maybe. So there's all that going on here, but we're also so much more than that, because yes, I'm Frankie, yes, this is the Goth, but we're also like more than that. Like, for example, I'm a content creator, I'm a family member, she dressed up as Barbie once, so like we're multifaceted individuals, but I think the most important thing is just keep watching, like, share and subscribe. My name is Meditations for the Anxious Mind. But if you know me, call me Frankie. Actually, even if you don't know me, call me Frankie. And this is
Beverly Strange. Are you finally done? That was painful. It was very long-winded. And I don't think you reached a point.
I reached my place of power right there.
Yeah. Life is meaningless. Keep posting things online, because dopamine hits are all that keep us going nowadays. We do these painful interactions just to give a little bit of meaning to your life, to get you up in the morning so that you can watch us suffer. Our expense really is for your pleasure.
Meaningless, but not meaningless.
You always got to have the last word, Frankie.
Yeah, I do.